Welcome back to another video, and on this video we are headed to Sesame Place, Philadelphia. Come along with my family and I as we go through some rides and see some of the Sesame Street friends and take a look around the Sesame Place theme park. Sesame Place has family-friendly rides. They also have a water park. They have rides at the water park for all ages. They also have a lot of shows throughout the day, and I believe it's 2 parades, so you can go to a parade in the middle of the day or at the end of the day. They have a lot of places where you can get some food. They also have little shops, and they have a lot of areas where you can take photos with the Sesame crew. They also have a lot of backdrops where you can do photos with your family. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities everywhere throughout the park to take some nice photos with either the Sesame Street characters or with your family. There's actually a lot of chances as well to meet the Sesame Street friends and to see them in a show or in the parade. So no matter what day you go, what time you go, you will most likely see some Sesame Street friends throughout the theme park. So we went for one day on the weekend, and it was also Memorial Day weekend, and we do not live in the area, so we had to drive a few hours, and I think parking for us that day was around $40, but it all depends on what type of parking you want and also on what day you go, because the parking prices do change. So just make sure you do a quick check on the website so you know how much you're going to pay that day. Look. Say hi! Say hi!
I even get out and get funky. Oh boy, he's so excited.
The party's starting! Alright everyone, to start our dance party off, we're gonna sing
There's
a
Cookie
classic.
Monster.
Elmo. If you know the words, sing along! And dance along with us too, everyone! Here we go! Sunny days, make it up, miles away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Oh, Hazel. It's a magic carpet ride. Every door will open wide to happy people like you. Happy people like, what a beautiful sunny day. Sweeping up clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street?
Say hi, Elmo.
How to get to Sesame
Wait, about him?
Street?
Like, say hi, Cookie Monster. So Sesame Place, like I said, has water rides, but unfortunately on the day that we went, even though we were prepared to go on water rides, it started to rain and it was cold and windy, so we did not go on any water rides that day. So Sesame Place is also very popular just because it's great for anybody with disabilities, and they're also a certified autism center. They also have a new sunflower program for hidden disabilities, and they are also food allergies friendly. They also do a lot of military and veteran offers. So if you go on their website, you can look up all of these different offers that they have. They also have different types of passes so that you can go more than one day. You can go for the whole year. So yeah, just go on their website and you can look at more information on that. I do recommend also looking at their website to see when it is the most busiest, in case you do not want to go on the days that there's a lot of crowds and a lot of wait times to get on the rides. You can go look on their website to see what days are the best days to head on to Sesame Place. And they also have an app. The app I do recommend getting. You can see a map on there, you can save your tickets on there. It also tells you the wait time for certain rides. It tells you the whole schedule for the day, and it tells you what time there's going to be a certain show or what time the parade is going to happen. It also will tell you the location of where you can go take a photo with a Sesame Street friend. So I usually get the app a few days before we're going to go to Sesame Place. That way it's already loaded onto my phone. And then you can disable it if you want to, or you can just keep it on your phone if you are somebody that's going to be going to Sesame Place often. My favorite thing about Sesame Place is that they have so many opportunities for you to see the characters up close and for you to meet the characters. Even if you go on a slow day, you will see a character. Another of my favorite things of the park is that there is so many opportunities to take a cool photo throughout the park. And you can also take a picture with your phone of you meeting the Sesame Street friends if you don't want to pay for the photo. We have been going for a few years now and I really love it. We keep coming back, and this time around we came on an event and it said that it was super crowded, but it wasn't that bad. And another cool thing you'll see at the end is that we actually got to see fireworks on that day. So it was Memorial Day weekend, so just keep in mind that they don't do fireworks every day. They only do it for certain events, which you can see on their website or on the app, I believe, and you can plan accordingly if you do want to go on a day that they have fireworks. So the parade is a lot of fun, a lot of fun, and you get to see the characters up close. They have so much fun music. They always have a different theme going on, and you can also pay for a special spot to watch the parade. But if you don't want to do that, I do recommend seeing the parade more towards the middle. Here I'm located towards the end, but I do recommend going more towards the middle to see the parade. So this is only part of the parade. I didn't record the whole thing, so just know that it's a lot longer than this, and you will get to see all of the characters throughout the parade. So no matter where you're sitting, you'll see all the characters. The only reason why I recommend being towards the middle is because they do stop and they do perform little songs throughout the parade. And if you're in the middle, you'll be able to see all of the songs. I just feel like it's a better view. But seriously, wherever you sit down, you will be able to see the different characters. So they do have stroller parking. You can take in strollers, wagons. But if you are able to manage without a stroller, I do recommend not taking a stroller because it's just easier. It's more simple. Take a backpack with all your snacks, or you can also get a locker and you can put your swim clothes in the locker. You can put whatever you need in the locker. They have jumbo size lockers, which I believe we paid for a locker, which was $35. So it's a little expensive. Or you can leave your stuff in the car. You can leave the park, you get a stamp, and then you can come back inside. So whatever is easier for you and whatever can save you money, just know you have a couple options. But the reason why I say don't bring a stroller is just because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about putting it in a stroller area. You can just go on the rides and just forget about having to worry about a stroller. And I also did mention snacks. You are able to bring certain food onto the park. You're just not allowed to bring like a huge cooler, but they're pretty relaxed about it. Just know that they do check everything once you go in, so they are allowed to tell you if you have to throw away the food that you brought, so just keep that in mind. But on their website it does say that you are allowed to bring like a small cooler. And also, obviously, if you have dietary needs, then you are allowed to bring the food you need onto the park. But if you don't want to bring your own food, they have food throughout the park that you can go buy. They also have a little area where you can go eat with the Sesame Street characters. But if you do want to do that, you do have to pay extra. So you can do that as an add-on on the website when you buy your tickets. And I do recommend doing that ahead of time because they do sell out. And also, depending on what is going on in the park, what theme or what event, the characters will dress up and they will have lunch or dinner or breakfast with you. Sesame Place is just an amazing place for families, for all ages. There's a lot of places to sit down. There's a lot of shaded areas. There is rides for the little ones that they will actually enjoy and not be terrified to get on. They even have a little playground area that they recently added on, I believe. And also it's perfect for the smaller ones that don't want to get on any rides. My daughters love it when we come here. They really enjoy everything throughout the park. There's so much fun stuff to look at. And if your kids are tall enough, they can go on rides by themselves, or you can go on the rides with them. Also, if you do not want to be waiting in the line, they have an add-on on their website where you can just skip the line and you can go on the rides faster without having to wait on those long lines. That will come in handy on the busy days, but if you're going on the slow days, I don't think that is really needed. And honestly, we went on a busy day and we didn't even do that option. We just waited in line, but just know that that is available to you. So just make sure you look on their website. So like I said, it did rain throughout the time that we were there. So it was a little bit of a sprinkle. But if it does get really bad, the weather gets really bad and you can't go on any rides and they decide to close for the day, I believe they do refund your ticket for another day. So that's another thing I do recommend, is make sure you look up the weather and how it's going to be on the day that you are planning to visit, especially if you want to go on the water rides. Also on the website, you do have the opportunity to buy an any day ticket, but the only thing that isn't the best with the any day ticket is if you decide to go on a day that they get crowded and they are at capacity, they'll close down the park and you won't be able to go inside the park. And that is also very unfortunate if you drove a couple hours away and you came on your day off that you have requested. So yeah, just make sure you plan accordingly for that so that your day doesn't get ruined. So this was the first time we stayed there until the park officially closed. And honestly, even though there was a lot of people, the way that they had the traffic moving, it was pretty easy to exit the park. They also had a lot of security and everything was very well organized. And they also had the road that you cross to get to your parking spot. They had that road closed off. So that also made it easier for us to get to our parking spot. It was faster, it was safer, and they also had a police officer who was directing the cars to go a certain way so that the roads didn't get congested. So we were able to exit out of the park easily and fast. So I really appreciated that, and it made the experience even better because you didn't have to worry about dealing with traffic on your way out when you're already tired. So if you're looking for the perfect family place, I say go to Sesame Place. You will love it here because your children will love it. And I hope this has inspired you to take a trip down to Sesame Place. Bye!